What's up, everybody? Cliff Ravenscraft here, coming to you from the Next Level Studio. Once again, I want to touch on this idea of what is a belief. Now, yesterday, or actually just a few days ago, I put out a vlog where I think I gave maybe the wrong example because I wasn't trying to give any kind of biblical lesson. I was just trying to demonstrate what is a belief. And a common belief that many people have is that money is the root of all evil. All right. And, I kind of got into that. If you haven't seen it, just go back to the vlog episode right before this one and you can watch it. However, I wanted to update and give you some further clarification about this because, I got some feedback in the comments section of YouTube. This comes from Ruben Gonzalez. He says, Brother Cliff, the root of evil is denying the truth of Christ. He says Jesus himself taught us how to pray, and he was giving the example of that we should pray each day for our daily bread. All right. So first and foremost, yesterday's or the previous vlog was all about what is a belief. It wasn't the whole idea of money and what does the Bible say about money. But since it's been brought up, I am going to touch on that. But before we do, let me give you a better example of just a belief, maybe an example that I should have used in the previous vlog. Here's a fact, by the way. This is a study that was done recently, and it said that 88% of those who make New Year's resolutions confess that they have given up on their resolutions by the second week in February. 88%. 88%. Almost everyone, you might say, that makes New Year's resolutions have confessed that by the second week in February, they have given up. Now, that's not a belief. That is a fact. It's based upon a study. Research has shown this. This, of course, of the group that were surveyed, of course. Now, here's a limiting belief that could go along with this. You may have already had a belief that New Year's resolutions don't work. That is a belief, all right? This is a stated fact based upon some research that had recently been done. This is a belief. Now, New Year's resolutions don't work. If you hold that belief, in the previous vlog I told you, whatever belief that you have, you will look for confirmation of your belief. You're going to look for things to back it up because you want to be right. You want to believe the right things. If you are going to feel certain that something is true, you need something to help you feel certain that it's true, therefore turning it into a belief. So if you hold the belief New Year's resolutions don't work, and you read this article that says 88% of those who create New Year's resolutions each year say that by the second week in February they give up, it kind of confirms your belief. But the thing is this belief is not true. It is not true. This is true. This is a belief, okay? Now, here's an alternative belief. An empowering belief is, I will be among the 12% who achieve lasting change. All right? I will be among the 12% who creates a New Year's resolution, some kind of thing that's not currently a part of my life that I want to improve upon. And I'm going to be among the 12% who do create lasting change in my life. New Year's resolutions do work. That's the empowering belief. See? The limiting belief, New Year's resolutions don't work, all right? Where's your fact to back that up? Well, 88% of those confess that every year they fail by the second week in February. But get this, if my belief is I believe New Year's resolutions do work for some people, I'm going to find out what it is that those people are doing differently than the 88% that fail, and I'm going to be among the 12% because New Year's resolutions do work. And I have proof, 12%. Every year, 12% of those who make a New Year's resolution say that it works. They're still doing it by the second week in February. This is what I should have used in yesterday's example for what is a belief, which, by the way, for those who need a reminder, a belief is nothing more than a thought. A belief is nothing more than a thought that you feel certain is true, all right? This is a fact. This is a thought. This is a thought. You can actually choose which of these thoughts you feel certain is true. Do you feel certain New Year's resolutions don't work? You could probably confirm that feeling inside of certainty that that's true by this survey of 88% who fail by the second week in February. But if you have this thought that New Year's resolutions do work, then you can back that up by the 12% who succeed, who wouldn't have done so otherwise had they not made the New Year's resolutions. Okay, so that is what is a belief. We've covered that. But I want to get back to this whole thing about the money is the root of all evil. And I certainly am not wanting to be one who's putting out content that denies the truth of Jesus, all right? So with that being said, we're going to flip this board over here for just a moment. And we're going to take a closer look. Again, I did not mean to open up this can of worms, but I opened a can of worms. So first of all, one of the things that I messed up yesterday is it's not money is the root of all evil. It is the love of money. If you look at the King James Version, it says this, for the love of money is the root of all evil. It does actually say all evil in the King James Version, which while some coveted after, they had erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. All right? But again, it's not money. Even if you look at the King James Version that does say root of all evil, it's the love of money. It is the ones who are coveting after it. It's greed. It's that just focusing only on the money and just going after that. In a way, the idea is that, well, if I have money, I don't need to rely on God, or there's other things that go along with it. But certainly it's the love of money. It's the passion for nothing more than the almighty dollar. You know, putting the dollar before God, if you will. Now, the NIV does have a more modern translation of this, and it says, for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. All right, so even further, that changes it. So no matter what I stated yesterday is I do not believe that money is the root of all evil. I don't even think that money is a bad thing. The love of money, yes. Again, I didn't go too much into detail for word what was being said in 1 Timothy 6:10, the Apostle Paul writing to Timothy. So, but since I opened up the can of worms, here's the word for word. These are the two different translations. It is the love of money. All right. Now, let's look at that same chapter in the Bible, 1 Timothy 6, but let's look at 17 through 19. This is what Paul wrote to Timothy. He says this, command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. Command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way, they will lay up treasure for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life. Now, if you have this belief because of maybe something you've heard in the past, is that where Jesus was asked and he says, listen, it's easier for the camel to go through an eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of heaven. And it's like, it sounds like it's impossible. And he says, listen, with man it's impossible, but with God, all things are possible, including rich, wealthy people getting into heaven. And here's another verse to back up that. Now, I want to tell you that I am certainly one that would never want to deny the truth of Jesus. All right. But I want to look at the whole thing as a whole. First of all, the belief that money is the root of all evil. I'm sorry, my friends, but if we sat down and had a conversation, there's no doubt in my mind we could come up with a whole list of things, of evils in the world where money plays no part in it whatsoever. So if you have a belief that the Bible, first of all, says that money is the root of all evil, you'd have to question the Bible, because there is all kinds of evil out there in the world where money isn't the root cause. All right? Now, but for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil, being a more accurate translation. well, then you can see, okay, yeah, that's something that I do believe. I don't deny that. But I also know that money is the root of all kinds of good. It's kind of like the internet. I mean, come on. Even YouTube, let's just say you might be watching this on YouTube. YouTube is a root of all kinds of evil. Would you agree? There's some really bad stuff on YouTube, but there's some really great stuff as well. YouTube is the root of all kinds of good. The internet is the root of all kinds of evil. So it's not money, it's not YouTube, it's not the internet that is evil. Some things can be used for evil and some things can be used for good. The question is, on the money side, is it's the love of. Here's what I did with 1 Timothy 6, 17 through 18. I put this in my own affirmation file. It's something I reflect upon consciously on a pretty regular basis. And I always kind of put this in my own language. I am rich in this present world. I am a rich person. When you look at all of the world's population, I am a very rich person. And if you're watching this on a handheld mobile device with internet connection, you, my friend, are a rich person as well. All right? So I am a rich person in this world. But here's the thing. I will hold on to this command to not be arrogant. I don't want to be arrogant about my wealth, and I don't even want to put my hope in my wealth. I know that my wealth could go away. I know that my house could burn down. I could all kinds of tragedy could happen. Stock markets could crash. I mean, wealth is here today, gone tomorrow potentially. So I'm not going to put my hope in my wealth. All right. I may be rich in this present world, and I may currently have lots of wealth beyond my good health and wicked good looks that God gave me. I'm just kidding. But which basically, here's the thing, the wealth, it's so uncertain, right? But what I plan to do and what I intend to do every single day is to put my hope in God. What? Get this one. How many of you have been taught this from the pulpit when you were a kid? Who richly provides me with everything for my enjoyment. My God is who I'm going to put my hope in, for he is the one who basically, look at this, who richly provides me with everything for my enjoyment. He loves me so much. He wants me to have enjoyment in everything. Be joyful always is what he says, all right? Command those who are rich to be rich in good deeds. And that's something that I'm committed to. I'm committed to being rich in good deeds, to being generous. I'm committed to being willing to share. And I share consistently. It's a part of who I am because of this verse. In this way, I am laying up a treasure for myself as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that I may take hold of the life that is truly life. This, my friends, is the can of worms of what I believe Jesus teaches about money. Yes, money, the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil out there. But I do still believe, and I focus on that money is the root of all kinds of good. And you know what? I am a rich person in this present world. I'm not going to be arrogant about that. I'm going to be rich in good deeds. I'm not going to put my hope in it. I'm going to put my hope in God, who's richly providing me everything for my enjoyment anyway. I don't need money to be happy, to have joy. But I have joy because of the money that I have. Because of the money I have, I'm able to provide for my family. So anyway, I just wanted to share this. And again, it all goes back to, what is a belief anyway? A belief is nothing more than a thought that you feel certain is true. And I just wanted to clarify that I am not one who would quickly deny the truth of Jesus. But I will not allow other people's interpretation of the truth of Jesus to change what I experience in life. I'm going to choose intentionally the thoughts that I feel certain are true. Are you intentionally choosing what you believe? Hey, real quick, before I wrap up here, I just want to encourage you, if you haven't done so already, head over to mindsetanswerman.com/free. MindsetAnswerman.com/free is where you can get the 1-hour opening keynote address to my Free the Dream conference. The talk is titled, All Beliefs Have Consequences. And if you have been intrigued about this idea of belief and how you believe about money and how it changes everything about whether or not you succeed in business or in your own personal finances, getting out of debt, what you believe can hold you back from living the life for which God called you to live in this world. So anyway, I want to encourage you, if you haven't done so already, go to MindsetAnswerman.com/free. Get free access to that today. And then if you watch that and you want more, come to the Free the Dream conference this September 13th through the 15th in Franklin, Tennessee. You can head over to freethedreamconference.com and grab your tickets today. I look forward to seeing you, and we'll take all of our beliefs to the next level.